Okay. Fortune Street on the Wii, being played on a Wii U. Backwards compatibility, standard rules. The Wii U had hardware backwards compatibility, right? Like it was built in. I want to say it was built a standard version. Special price, that's fine. We'll do the tutorial. I want to say the Wii U had hardware backwards compatibility, so it was right on the motherboard apparently. Because I think the PlayStation 2, the first iteration of I think the PlayStation 3 did this too. They did emulation of the PlayStation hardware on the motherboard. Although I think the PlayStation 3 had software emulation, but I think the Wii emulated GameCube discs using hardware that was burnt onto the motherboard. I'm not sure. I'll ask about that. Because look, backwards compatibility for some consoles was offline and it was complete. Like the Game Boy. Every Nintendo system I've owned, except for the N64, obviously. Well, every post N64 console seemed to have a lot of backwards compatibility. I'm not complaining about that. Of course, the Switch couldn't. But the DS had backwards compatibility. You can stick a Game Boy Advance cartridge right in the back. Anyway, let's roll. I gotta dig more into that because I want to say the Wii had GameCube compatibility baked onto the hardware. You didn't have to like go online and download some software to do it. Of course, I think that might be a bit more expensive than what the PlayStation was doing. At least the PlayStation 3, I think, at some point had. What was? I think they had software compatibility in the operating system. That wouldn't be surprising. Okay, now we're doing the special rules. These rules are the same as the ones in the simple game. We're playing these standard rules, which means we're going to add stocks to our traditional game of Monopoly. So the easy rules version of this game is basically Monopoly with a lot more bells and whistles. The standard rules include stocks on top of that. The bonus starts at 900 and gets bigger each time you receive it. Okay. So which way are we going? I don't think it matters. It's a very short board. I'm not complaining about that. Well, I guess you can go... Yeah, if you go south, you'll wind up... if you go counterclockwise, you can start buying the more expensive properties right away. So if we go down like this, we can buy the more expensive property right away. Which isn't a terrible idea. So again, it's like Monopoly. You land on a square, and you can decide if you want to buy it. You can decide if you want to auction it off, apparently. And I know you can also decide whether or not you want to upgrade it, like by buying houses. So it's a much bigger board than I expected. Okay, so that makes sense. The shade of the border around each shop square on the board tells you which district it belongs to. Okay, so we got districts here on this standard rules board. If you have total domination, so there is a Monopoly-like system in terms of if you own all the squares of a color. Okay. So that makes sense. So we'll buy that shop. So yeah, so playing the easy rules is just kind of something quick and dumb you can play to kind of learn the basics and get comfortable with the idea of, buying and upgrading properties and managing your money, I suppose. But there's also an auction system that I never got a chance to do in the tutorial mode, so I'm curious if that becomes a thing. Maybe if you're about to go bankrupt, you're going to need to auction things off. But you see what I did at the beginning of the game. I just picked a direction. So I ended up buying the most expensive property in this district. I'm not complaining about that. I got plenty of money right now. So I might as well invest in it. So I can only go one way right now. We'll stop here and buy that. I have no stocks yet. We'll work on that a bit later. I'm assuming in the tutorial they'll finally explain that. In fact, where's my manual? Yeah, I stuck it here inside the box. Give me a second. Wow, this game cost me $10, really? I'm looking at the price of this. I'm looking at the price of this box that I bought. I guess the game was $10 at one point. I don't think I have the receipt, because I'm pretty sure I bought this as part of a 2-for-1 deal or something. But this was a Nintendo Square Enix game, so I think at one point it was around 20 or 30 bucks. But this game dropped. This game, I won't say this game held its value. This game clearly didn't hold its value as much as most Nintendo games do. But a lot of those Hasbro board games are really expensive. Like I said, $25, $30 for those crappy Hasbro games. Let's go south. Yeah, I want to get the more expensive property. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I should have gone the other way and bought that property up there. Although actually, no, Slime bought that property up there, so I should have gone north instead of south. Because that property that Slime bought was only worth 18 bucks. Oh, well, that sucks. Well, serves me right for not paying attention. Why is Toad's property closed? That wasn't... Yeah, it's closed. Weird. Okay, let's pay a bit more attention this time. Oh, I guess that's what the crescent moon was about. It means all your shops are closed, so you don't collect rent. You can roll the die and move again. Okay. So that means you get around the board more quickly, but you can't buy... I'm trying to buy properties, but... at this point, it might be alright. That's my property again. So you can choose to pay gold to expand it or another. So if I landed on one of my own shops, that means I can expand. How much more you can invest to expand the property, okay. Maximum capital. You have to spend a little bit of money upgrading one of our things. Let's upgrade this one. Let's see, stock price. Fantastic. Let's not spend too much money here. Because I want to be able to buy those properties that are northwest of me right now. Again, I'm always upgrading if I can, because it means that stock prices go up. Isn't the game supposed to explain that at some point? Well, it's in the manual, I'm certain. In fact, let me see what it says here. And the various squares. Easy rules. We're not doing that. That's in your shops. Max capital. You can increase the shop's max capital by buying adjacent properties. Yep, you know that. Dare to splash out on a forced buyout, like I said. Oh, give me some money. Play hard in the arcade. If you land on an arcade square, you can play mini games for prizes. Kind of like Mario Party, I guess. We can also sell stocks. What? I don't have any stock. Okay, fine. I guess at some point that'll matter. Check out the board on the left side of the screen with the flashing squares. I guess that's the direction in which I'm heading. Okay, fine. Guess that'll be explained later. So I'm going to land on a property. Let's land on the most expensive one and buy it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So I've already grabbed 3 of the suits, but if I go down, I'm going to miss the suit on top, right? Or does it mean I actually know it means I'm going to go in a circle. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to end up going in a circle again. So let's head for the last suit. So once I get that spade, I will have all 4 suits, and I'll be able to pass go or stop at the bank and collect my salary. Okay. These additional shop and you require in a district. Every shop you own there will expand. Okay. Shop prices go up, so it's maximum capital. So the properties aren't adjacent, but they're all in the same district, so I guess that counts. That's fine. That's my second shop in the district. So again, there is sort of a monopoly-like color cluster system. Only here the concept is districts. It's not just about having, it's not just about having Park Place and Boardwalk being the two blue colors. It's about having an entire district that's all the same color. Could be, in this case, it's about 4 or 5 properties. If you run out of cash, you can pick some of your shops to sell off. If you have no shops to sell, you'll be bankrupt. When playing by standard rules, you can also sell stocks to raise emergency funds. Okay. Give me that cash. So we'll roll again. So at what point do I start buying stocks is the question. 1, 2. Land right on bank, so I can choose which direction I want to go now. Okay. So I can choose which direction I want to go. So I'll take that cash. Basic salary, promotion bonus, yeah. Yeah, so I can buy stocks in a district of your choice. When you buy stock, and the stock price goes up, and you make money. This is the golden rule of money making in the standard rules, which is what we're playing right now. I want to say stocks are pretty darn important in this game. You're just choosing what stocks you want to buy. You're choosing between buying stocks or investing in your properties, I guess. But stocks are sort of a game breaker if you have enough of them. Make sure you know the stock price and check out all the shops in the district. Okay. I don't even know what district I'm in. Oh, it says who owns what shops. Okay. The district stock price increases as the aggregate shop value increases. Okay. In other words, as the shops there expand, the stock price goes up. And how can you tell how many shops there are likely to expand? By keeping an eye on each shop's maximum possible capital investment, which is on the bottom. That's the bottom row. Shops that still have a lot of investment potential left are likely to expand a lot. Oh. Okay. Whereas shops that don't have much investment potential are going to expand. So if you've already maxed out all the properties in a district, that might be meaningful. So by watching shops maximum, you can figure out which stocks might see the greatest. But okay. So that probably takes a bit more practice to figure out. And that's whether you're by buying a lot of stocks in district your own shops, and the stock price rises as you expand your shops, and you make gold hand over fist. So I own 2 shops in the Western District and 1 shop in the Eastern District. And I'm currently in the flashing Western District over there. So let's do that. So obviously I'm going to invest in District A, right? Okay, so there's the Western District. B is the Central District. C is the Eastern District. I own 2 shops in District A, which is West. 1 shop in District B, which is Central. No shops in District C, which is the West, which is the Eastern District. So I'll invest in the district that I already have a bunch of properties in. Not going to buy that many stocks. I don't have that much cash. Okay, so it's $11 per stock. So I'm going to buy 15 of these. My stock price is not going to go up that much. But it will go up eventually, right, GameStop fans? Okay. Buy low, sell high. No, it is. Invest in the long term. No day trading here. Remember, I was playing, I was playing Sword Art Online, Fatal Bullet. Remember that game I was playing? You know, the third-person shooter, the Diablo-like game, where it's like you're running around with a gun, climbing buildings like in Just Cause 2. And you're, what is it? You have little pew-pew lasers. That game. I have videos on Fatal Bullet if you want to see those. My video about Basalt Joe Strikes, that particular video mentions how you can throw some of your earnings into a bank, and you'll earn like some pittance. But there's like a dice roll that determines how much interest you earn on the money you've invested in that bank. But I argue that it was kind of a meaningless mechanic because you're making so much money going out getting into fights that it makes no sense to invest a bunch of that money into a poorly earning savings account. Like, I'm getting 10 times the interest going out and fighting things. Why even waste your time it's just a passive way to earn money in that game. But we'll talk about that later. investing in video games is always kind of weird. Because a lot of video games don't lean into the whole, investment strategy thing. 4. Yeah, I'm going to buy this one. So yes, I want to buy a new property, so I'm definitely going this way. Okay. So now I own more shops in this district. That means my stock price goes up, right? Yeah, so my max capital goes up because I'm buying more properties in the district. And I think this is technically an adjacent property, I guess, because no one owns any properties between this property and the one that's north of me. To the northeast of that, to the northwest of that question mark. So I guess that's what's going on. Okay, yeah, so that's, never mind. So they're all in the same district, so that's why they're all increasing in max property value. Max capital value, so that's fine. Okay. So at least the stock system is finally explained. Now let me see what it says. Supplement your net worth with stocks. The more prices of a stock increase, the more your net worth will increase as a result. Stocks ever go down? Yeah, I'll take that cash. I'm in first place, dog. Remember, we have to get to 8,000 gold, and I currently have 3,000. Let's see, you can buy stocks wherever you land on or pass through the bank. Okay. And whenever you land on a stockbroker square. Okay. Don't forget you can buy stocks in areas where you don't own shops. Like the District C, the far eastern district I was telling you about. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna min max. So buy the least expensive property we own. We're gonna upgrade that. So we're gonna increase the. Where's the rent? Yeah, shop price. We'll increase the shop prices, of course. Oh, I can't increase. Oh, there's a max capital limit. Okay. So see in red right there? Second line from the bottom. Max capital is at 10. So there, I've maxed it out. So the price. So like, there's no reason for me to invest more in the store, is there? No. So this is the maximum I can throw into this shop is 70 more gold, which is fine. I can deal with that. So we've maxed out on this property until I buy more properties in this central district. And the only other shop I can buy in this district is northeast of me. Where it says 230, that is the last shop I can buy in this district. Or unless I can buy somebody out. If I land on one of those other squares, right, that one someone else owns, I can buy it out if I'm willing to fork over 5 times their value to buy them out. It's an aggressive move, obviously, but I'm going to try and make a beeline for that shop that says 230 on it, because that's going to be the last shop that I can buy at an affordable price. Let's see, beware of fluctuating stock prices. The district where capital investment leads to higher shop prices, and in districts where many stocks are purchased, stock prices will increase. This is particularly true in the case of capital investment because stock prices will increase proportionally to the amount invested in each district. Be careful, if shop prices drop or too many stocks are sold, the stock price will drop. Ah! That's going to make things a bit more interesting. Okay, again, this game gets pretty complicated until you learn the stock trading system. 6. So which way are we going? So it doesn't matter which way I go. Yeah, it doesn't matter which way I go. Alright, so I hose myself. So is there a diamond? Where's the diamond? The diamond's over there. So we're going to hit the diamond. It's above me to the left. So we get to roll again. So I don't get to buy any of these shops. Again, I wonder if the tutorial is intentionally... I wonder if this tutorial is scripted in some way. There we go! Perfect! Okay, see, I get to buy this property after all. See? So now I have 2 shops in the central district. District B. See? So I completely avoided the eastern district, so maybe the game is forcing me to learn how to build. Because remember, I can buy stocks in districts so I don't own anything. So District C, the eastern district, I have no properties there, so I could probably start buying stocks there later. We'll get to that in a moment. When players pay money in shops in districts in which you own stocks, you receive dividend payments. The more stocks you own, the higher the dividend. So if someone lands on my property in the far western districts, I'll get the rent and I'll get some stock dividends. I don't think he bought any stocks. See, so I'm going to get some dividends here. Yeah, I got 3. See, I got a dividend payout of 3 because Toad paid me. So I got 3 gold on top of the rent he paid me. So it's not a lot of money, but it'll add up eventually. If I buy more stocks, it'll really add up. And of course, the stock prices went up. And if you buy 10 or more stocks in one turn, the stock price goes up. Okay. So he paid me, so I got a dividend. Stocks can be sold at any time, yeah, if you run out of cash. So gain the most out of your stocks. Buy lots of stock, then invest heavily. Okay, if the stock price of a district in which you own a lot of stock increases, you can make a lot of money very quickly. Buying a lot of stock in the district before you and other players invest much money there is the best way to benefit from stocks. Okay, so buy early and buy low. Works for me. Good thing I'm in first place. I got plenty of money. 1, 2, 3. Pick a direction. But we gotta go. Well, we have to hit the blue. We have to hit the blue spades. We gotta grab that. So we'll spruce things up. Hopefully I get a 1 on my next roll. Toad has 99 stocks. Check the top right-hand corner of the screen. That's what's going on. And I guess that 13G means that's the stock price in this district, I want to say. Okay, we're going to min-max. So we have 2 shops in this district. So I guess we'll start buying stocks in that district. Okay, so that's the question. Should I start upgrading my district right here? Or should I invest in this district over here? Here's my other question. Can I invest in more than one property at a time? I don't think so. Well, let's do some min-maxing. Max capital. Shop prices, we'll increase those a bit. That's good. So we can only invest in one district. We can only invest in one property at a time, I think. Stock price went up. Not by much, but we invested in the district, so that's why. So I can only invest in one property at a time. So once I get to the bank, I can start throwing stocks at one of my other districts, I guess. Okay, buy lots of stock and invest heavily. Exploit other players' investments. If other players have high max capital in a particular district, buying up stocks for that district will be beneficial, as your net worth will increase when they invest in their shops. Buy stocks in districts where it looks like other players are going to invest. I'm going to invest in the central district eventually. So that means I'm going to have to start buying some of that stock. Because I haven't really thrown a bunch of money in the central district yet, so I'm going to have to start doing that. Devaluing stocks can also pay dividends. If the player in first place looks like they're about to hit the target net worth, you can sell stocks in districts where they are heavily invested to try and drive down stock prices. Get it right, you might be able to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. Manage shops. Buy a shop. Oh yeah, I can buy it out. We're not going to do that. Okay, renovate vacant plot. Exchange shops. See, we're not going to trade. I mean, like, I could trade with Slime to take that property over there near the bank that's worth only 10 gold. I'm not going to worry about that yet. Okay, overall standing. Stocks. Yeah, Toad has way more stonks than we do. I have way more property and cash than either. So Toad's invested a bunch of money in stocks. So I see why he was about 99 of that crap. Net worth, I'm still ahead. Because it's stocks plus cash plus property. Let's see, number of sales, number of payments. I landed on one property once. We'll see how it goes. Individual standing. District A, I own 3 shops in District A and I own 15 stocks. So my investment ratio, whatever that means, is pretty high. Shops, investment ratio, well, I don't own any stocks in District B. Shortfall from target and the upcoming salary. Okay, so this instruction manual is technically only 18 or 19 pages long if you get rid of the precaution warnings and stuff. The precautions and such. Okay, so we're going to keep going. So I probably should invest more stocks in the central district and then start investing. Then start throwing money in there. Give me a 1, darn it. Okay, so we're landing on the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4. We landed on the bank. So now we can start buying more stocks. And like I said, we're going to invest. We're going to invest in District B and then start throwing money into that district. Yep, we're buying stocks. So we're going to go to District B. We're going to throw some... Yeah, so Slime already owns some stock here. We're going to start buying some stock here. I'm going to overinvest a little bit. I can afford it at this point. So let's buy 35 stock. Then we'll ride it out. So then we can start investing in the properties there. So the stock price went up because I bought more than 10 stocks. So if you buy more than 10 stocks in a district, the price goes up. Not by a lot, but it went up by 1 gold. Just fine. And remember, I'm getting dividends every time someone lands on one of my 2 properties in that district. Oh, so we bought it out. Darn it. That's not cool. I'm going to have to start skipping the chat. Because those little pop-ups are kind of cloying. See, now Stode's coming back, but he has very little cash left, so. Okay. So, buying a lot of stock in a district before you or other players invest much money there. Okay. Is there a way to see how much money's been invested in a district? Let's check. Yeah, how can I check this? Go back. View the board. Draw a venture card. Yeah, how can I check the stock? Yeah, I can't invest in a stock right here. Oh, let me check the stock, sell stocks option. Okay. So, no one's invested in District C. No one's landing on it. Toad owns the most stocks in my district, so he's benefiting from all the investment I did here. I own the most stocks in the central district, so maybe that's the problem. Toad has invested more than I have, and I can't buy more stocks right now. So Toad is benefiting from stock prices more than I am. In fact, owning the right amount of stocks might counteract the rent you pay to a person. Oh, nope, going the other way. Toad owns that property, so we're going to go this way and buy this one. But remember, Toad owns a bunch of stocks in this district, so he's going to benefit. Yeah, Toad's going to benefit from the stocks we own. From the increased value of this area. Remember, house always wins if you own stocks. Well, unless someone sells your stock. So I'm curious if that's what's going on here. So Toad will benefit from the increase in the district's value. Yeah, whatever. 1, 2... Okay, so he's going to land on Slime's property. Haha. Remember, Toad can always sell some of the stocks that they own if it becomes really... If he's running out of money. So if Toad's running out of money, it's going to be a problem. Toad. And that's for me. And I get the dividend payout because remember I own a bunch of stocks. So Toad doesn't get that dividend payout, but I do. So if I land on one of Toad's properties, I guess he would get a significant dividend on top of that. Okay. 1. So I land on my own property. Fine. So let's spruce things up. We'll go to the central district though. Gonna min-max that, increase the value of that district, and increase the value of the stocks in that district. Shop prices are pretty cheap. Yeah, that's not a very valuable property. We'll increase the rent to $100, so that's fine. 3-figure rent's fine by me. Stock price went up. Slime owns some of that. And but I own more stock than Slime does. Too late, bro. You already passed all the vacant lots. Okay, see that there? Toad paid me some rent, but Toad also got a dividend from that because of all the stocks that they owned. So that's saying a lot right there. Okay. So there are no more vacant lots in this district, but there are plenty in the eastern district. So are we going north or south? Let's find out where we land. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4. Offer shop shut down to the next turn. Nah. Why do I want to do that? So we'll go north and land on my property and spruce it up. Okay, so we've been maxing again. So this is it. So I've already landed on this property. Let's spruce up this one instead. It's a junction point. Shop prices aren't that expensive. Oh, we have a max capital here. So let's max it out. So we've maxed out this district. Okay, so that's the most money I can spend here. But that's fine. We still have a couple of shops in this district. It'll be fine. There's probably no reason to invest that much in this district because it's not a very valuable district. Yeah, it's not a very valuable district at all. I mean, I can look at the board and see what the value, see what the max capital of this district is eventually. But it doesn't look like we're going to be able to increase it very much. See? So Toad got a dividend. So that offset some of the rent that Toad paid me. Came back as a dividend to themselves. But here's the thing. Toad had to sell some stock, which works out in my favor because ran out of cash. So selling some of that stock means that the ratio of Toad stocks in this district compared to mine has gone down. So that means we're a bit closer in terms of the number of stocks we own. See? Toad had to sell 10, and he bought. Where did he buy those stocks? Oh, Slime bought stocks in this district. Okay. So Slime will get some of those stocks. We'll get some of that rent back in dividends. And Slime's getting a lot of money in terms of the value of the district going up. Okay, so it's worth, if you can invest in stocks early, it's going to be worth it. But I'm more than halfway to my goal here. Remember, the goal is 8,000 gold, and I have 5,300 or 5,300 gold. Yes, I get to buy one more. Perfect. So I can afford this. Let's go. It's on, baby. So I can't upgrade this property after I've bought it. So I can't buy a property and upgrade it in the same turn. Fine. So how many Toad can't afford any more stock. Almost out of cash. No, that's right. Now you can afford it. Yeah, because pass and go means you get that cash. 80 stocks in B. So now everyone's out buying me, so we're going to have a problem. I'm going to have to start investing in more stocks. So I guess buying 10 stocks increases the value, but buying 99 stocks doesn't increase the value of the stock by that much. So I guess it's just a hard threshold once you buy 10 stocks. I guess buying 10 stocks increases the stock price just as much as buying 99 does. So it's mainly just about how much you're willing to invest. I guess it's like a transaction fee. The number of every individual who buys more than 10 stocks in a transaction increases the stock price just as much as the person who buys 99. So now I can draw a venture card because I finally landed on a suit. Brady won. All other players can only move forward one. Okay, so all other players. So where are they? They're at the bank, aren't they? Okay, so Toad's gonna have to pay some cash because Toad can only roll a 1. Sorry. Sorry, Shroom. Obviously Toad chose the cheapest option, and Toad got the dividend payout. Okay, fine. Why did Slime go south and pay money? Could have gone north, slime. Yeah, you could have gone north, you dumb blob. Good news is you can sell stocks at any time, so that's cool. Okay. So all my shops are closed now, unfortunately. What if I don't want to stop here? Well, I don't have a choice. I have to stop here. I can only go in one direction. Can't make any sales. Boo! I'm on vacation. Again, there's no. Again, so it's like a penalty square. Watch them land on my property. Yep. See, you can't pay rent. So they will not be paying rent because my shops are closed. Boo! He doesn't have the money to buy it, unless they sell some stock. They can't buy it. So this video might last another 20 minutes. See if we can. I might have to pause it for a second. Everyone gets to choose which way to move in the next go. Well, I only need to go one direction, so it doesn't matter which way I go. Okay, so that's what's going on. So if I want to avoid paying rent, I can. Depending on if I get an advantageous roll. Nope, don't want to go that way. 1, 2, 3. If I can just go that way. Perfect. So I get another venture square. I don't think it matters which card I draw. I get 10 of the most valuable stocks. Fantastic. District A. Yes, you're twiddling your thumbs. Toad. Yeah, I've got to try to turn off the chat. It's not amusing. So, there's not that much here in the manual. You give away 10% of your ready cash to the player in first place. Wait, what? Why did Slime get it? Oh, Slime was in last place. Okay. Move another 2 squares. That's my property, isn't it? Nope, Slime's. Yeah. Slime has a lot of low rent properties. So they're probably going to have to start upgrading them. There's a row. So let's go to the bank. We got it. Okay, let's get some more stocks. Now, how much am I going to buy is the question. Just a second. And you drop down at the bank so you can buy stocks in a district of your choice. Buy stocks, stock price goes up, and you make money. So spend on stocks and reap the rewards. So we're going to buy some stocks. No one has anything in District C. Let me check on something. Max capital. So there's a lot of upside to this district, I think. Can I check the board? Oh, I can't check the board now. It's too late. Oh, toggle asset display. Okay. Minus button does that. That doesn't seem to help me. Well, anyway. We already know this. So let's invest in the Eastern District. Because I own at least one shop there, at least. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. So we'll see if we can make it work. Yeah, I don't have that much stock in any of the districts. Yeah, I don't want to spend that much money. I mean, no one else has any stocks, dude. So that's probably enough stocks. 19 of them. It's an arbitrary value. 1, 2... Darn it. So I don't have a choice, do I? Yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to land on that property, so I'll pay that cash. I'll get some... Everyone gets some dividends here. Yeah, see, everyone gets some dividends. Because everyone owns stock in this district. I can't buy it out. I don't have enough money. If I sell some stocks, I can afford to buy it out, but I'm not going to worry about that. But if you don't have the cash or stock-based assets available, you can't force anyone to do anything. Okay, yeah. So I could sell some of my stocks, but I'm not going to do that. So whatever. We'll just let it sit. DC, yeah, because I bought that stock, so that's why the stock prices went up. I bought at least 10 stocks in that district, so the stock price went up. But I think it only goes up in 1 gold increment, so that's weird. But of course, depending on how many stocks you own in that district, that means you might get a certain dollar amount of appreciation. So I own 19 stocks in that district, so I got 19 gold because it went up by 1 gold, see? Same deal there. So I own stocks everywhere. Not complaining about that. And I'm in first place, which is also good. So I guess we'll stop the video here, and then we'll come back in a second. I'm going to take a quick pause. Actually, no, we'll do this. We'll give it about 10 more minutes. Rolling. So we can probably go around the circuit a couple more times. Okay, we can go south, or we can go north. I don't think it matters at this point. It doesn't matter at this point, really. So, which properties do I want to avoid? Yeah, so I avoided the most expensive Toad property by going this way. So, I went this way so I can avoid the most expensive property that an opponent owns. So, since I've already passed it, he'll never be able to collect rent from me. So I won't complain about that. You can invest up to 200 gold in your bank and the bank's money in your shots. Perfect! Invest the bank's money where? Pick the least valuable properties. That's going to be this one. This will also increase the stock price. Actually, before I do that, I can't back out of this. I should have checked out the board before I moved on. Okay. Yes, check out the max. Check out the max capital here. I want to say I can't invest in that. So these District B is a low rent district. Okay. It seems a bit better though. So District B is just a low rent district, so. Oh well. This will increase the stock price. And increase the rent. So it's basically a free investment. See? So we maxed it out. So I hit the max capital level already, I think. So I probably shouldn't have done that. So I guess if I had 200 gold to spend, I should have invested it in a shop that had a higher max capital value. But I'll worry about that later. Because remember, max capital is the maximum amount of money you can throw at a property. If the bank gave me 200 and it maxed it out at 150, that's a problem. But that's okay. What? Did he roll an 8? He rolled an 8. Anyway, I gotta take that cash. Thank you very much. So the dividends aren't that high. It kind of lightly offsets the rent they had to pay, but not by much. So I would say it's not worth it in that sense. But it might be worth it in the long run in terms of the fact that you're constantly gaining passive income, regardless of whether or not you're paying rent. So I guess that's cool. So ideally, you own enough stocks in a district so that you're always making money. And it looks like a slime bought me out in District C. Whoop! I guess I'll be taking some of that money back. Thank you very much. So Slime bought a bunch of stocks in District C, where I am, the far eastern district. See? So Slime made a bunch of money, but Slime lost a bunch of money because it landed on my property. So there you go. View the board. I wish there were a quick way to see what the value of each piece is. So max capital is, we maxed out this one. Shop value, so we can buy that. What's the max value of this district? Yeah, what's the max value of this square? I have no idea. So there's no way to know what the max capital is until you buy it? Shop value. Okay, so this shop is worth half as much as that one. So I'm willing to bet that the max capital value is pretty low. Yeah, it's pretty low. So that's the shop prices and the shop value. Okay, so I guess this district is pretty cheap. That's why we bought it, so it will go up in value. That's probably why Slime bought it too, because they knew there was potential for it to increase in value significantly. But District A is where the money is. Obviously, it's right by the bank. Everyone knows a bunch of properties there, and I can buy that. Yoink! I got plenty of cash too, so I think I might win this game in the next 20 minutes. I can do that. Shops are all sold out. Sorry, bro. You're going to have to buy them out. And if you don't have the money... Toad has no money to buy out any of these shops, so they're host. Sorry, Shroom. So Toad cannot afford to buy any more properties. Well, unless they're willing to buy them out for 5 times their shop value. And yes, everyone's buying District C now. Everyone's buying the east side. so we got a problem. You can buy stocks in a district. Oh, it's okay. So, and Toad has no money to buy stock. Ha 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 ha. So Toad has to sell stock to buy stock, which you could do, I guess, if you want to sell some of your more valuable stock to buy cheaper stock you think is going to go up in price, you know. Maybe you sell some of your gamestonk to buy some, I don't know, buy some Walmart. GameStop stock is twice the price of Walmart right now. It's like $230, I think, as of February 1st. I want to say it was like $220. But Walmart was worth $140. So if you want to sell some of that GameStonk and buy some Walmart, you could. By the way, Amazon's for $1,400 right now. We're not going to talk about that. I guess we have to stop here. But I don't mind paying $18. Wait, I didn't get a payout. Yeah, why did Toad get... Oh, that's right. Wait, why did Toad get a payout and I didn't? Just a second. Sorry, my microphone slipped. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, we good now? Yeah, we good now. All right. Yeah, these we call them these ear hook headphones aren't the greatest, but they got these Scosche headphones have great sound quality. And their microphone, apparently, it's probably the best microphone I've had, except for the I got a full size microphone with a dead cat on it. That will probably I'll mention that a bit later. Nope. I did a video for one of the Atelier games. I forget which one it was. I recorded that into my laptop with the dead cat microphone in it. So I'll probably end up doing a couple more videos with the dead cat microphone just for funsies. Because I bought it just to kind of... I mean, it was like a $40 microphone, something like that. It's not even a Blue Yeti or anything, but... I was definitely curious to know if I can use that dead cat microphone for recording stuff like this. Actually, can I plug... I don't know if I can plug it in here. I'll try that later. I'll see if I can plug it into this thing. I got it over here on my back shelf, so I'll pull it out for my next video and mess around with it, see how it works. I'll do a test run. Slime earns a bunch of money doing something. Oh, I got a venture card, that's why. Okay, so it's getting kind of tight here now. Got about 10 more minutes. Okay, let's roll them. Yep, I'll take that once. That's a safe square. Two people can be on the same square. Yeah, there's no reason why they can't. So we'll spruce things up by min-maxing. Yeah, this one. So we'll increase our stock price at the same time. Max capital is 190, so let's just max it out. The rent is as high as it will possibly go, but... And that's the maximum we can invest in that district. Until we buy out a property, I guess. So everyone made cash when I did that. Okay, fine. You're not winning. I don't know why. You have no money. He's not leveraged or anything. It's like all of his... Yeah, he's like certain presidents we can name. He has a high net worth, but he has no cash. So I don't know what Toad's gonna do there. Yeah, I'll take that rent. Thank you very much. Slime's making money anyway, but doesn't have that many stocks. You see, Toad has to keep selling. Has to keep selling stocks to get some liquid assets. But there are some people who will tell you that you should never have more liquid assets than you absolutely need at any given time. Like your bank account should be no higher than your rent and your housing expenses. So if you have a bunch of money in like a savings account making like 2 or 3%, that's probably better than having a bunch of money in a checking account that's not earning any interest these days. But we're not going to talk about that till later. Yeah, there's like a money hack where it's like, yeah, your bank account should be near zero until you get after you're done paying the rent and the utilities, your checking account should be near empty, and the rest of that money should be in like CDs and stocks. But that's like a high level money hack I wouldn't risk on anyone. I would rather have an emergency fund that I can access, like if the car breaks down, you know. That might be fine. Whoop! Wasn't paying attention to what I'm getting here. District B. Okay, so that increased the stock prices of that district, so that's what that was about. Okay. I think all the districts have a stock price of 18 gold or higher right now. I don't own that much stock. Toad over invested in stock, but it's a source of money that they can use. But they don't have very little cash. Remember, I have more cash and more and a higher net worth than everyone, so I think I'm in a better situation than Toad. So having a bunch of stocks isn't enough if you're constantly selling them to make money. I mean, but that's the thing. The stock prices are going up, so you're getting money every time they go up, and you're getting dividends. But if you need to sell them, fine. So Toad's strategy appears to be own a bunch of stocks, have very little cash in reserves, and then just sell this, and then just ride out the stock price going up, and then sell the stock if you need the cash. Now I'm making even more money now. I'm almost there. I'm almost at the 8,000. Okay, roll them. 2. We're gonna go north because that's where. Oh, I've already gotten all the suits. Okay, so I'm gonna go north because that's the safest place for me to land. Okay, spruce things up. We'll stop the video on this turn. We'll stop the video when we pass the bank. That'll be fine. We're gonna win, I think. Pick a shop to invest in. So you can see the stock price there on the top right-hand corner of the screen. I own only 19 shares there. I own 35 shares in the Central District. Oh, so the stock price here in District A has not moved in a while. Okay, that's amusing. Though Toad's selling a bunch of their stock. So Toad sold a bunch of the District A stock and moved it over to District B and C. Okay. So I got a min-maxing. So I can't invest any more in these districts. No, I can invest here. But this is my second least valuable property. And I can invest 120 and I'll max out this property. That will also increase the stock price, obviously. Yep, went up by 20. No, so I went up by 2, excuse me. I don't know how many times the stock price goes up when you invest. I wonder if it's like a percentage of the total value. I don't know. Like if the stock price of that district increased in value by 200 gold, maybe that increased the stock price by 1 gold, by 2 gold. I'm not sure. Well, got a free suit. That's amusing. Oh, since Toad already has that suit, they get 100 gold instead. That's cute. And rewards in the form of dividends. So I think Toad selling a bunch of stock decreased the. Toad sold a bunch of District A stock. That probably decreased the value of the stock in that district. Okay, Toad's catching up now. Roll him. Darn it. Fine, I'll pay 20 stinking gold. I'm not going to buy it out. So everyone but me got dividends. I could buy it for $6.75. You think I should do it? I don't think it's worth it at this late stage of the game. I'm too far ahead. I don't want to waste a bunch of money buying stuff like that. So we'll end the video once these guys go. Let's see. Stocks can be sold at any time, and rewards in the form of dividends. Not what I was thinking of. Dividend payout. My turn. So we'll come back in a second. Okay, back to business. Remember, we need to get to 8,000 gold. So let's see if we can get that right on the next circuit. Maybe in the next 5 minutes we'll win the game. Looking good for me. Let's buy some of that stock. So I'm at the bank. View the board. Yes, that'll help me see what our situation is here. So there's plenty of investment potential in this District A right here. Yep, we can invest a lot more in District A. District B is all bought out. So there's no reason for me to buy any more stock in District B or C because I think we've bought them all out. Yeah, they've already... Yeah, whoop, never mind. I can invest more in that one, but not in that one. So I don't think there's much upside to that district. But there's a lot of upside here in District A, so make a note of that. Yes, the frame rate is really tanking here. This poor Wii can't play a board game. A friggin' board game. Yep, my net worth reached the target amount, and I win. So I guess I didn't have to end the video earlier. So I'll just stitch these two videos together. That'll be fine. Holla at your boy, the winner of Fortune Street. So that's always the end game, right? Just reach a target, reach an arbitrary value and win the game, which is fine. I mean, bankruptcy's too hard. Remember when Toad said, no matter what happens, we're all winners? Yeah, screw that. Your boy wins. Y'all loses. You all win at Yeah, y'all win at losing. That's what you win at. Let's see, stocks. So I had the least amount of stocks, but I had the most property and the most cash. Your boy wins. Stocks helped Toad get to second place despite not having much cash at any point. I don't think Toad ever had more than 300 gold at any given turn. Or at least in the back half of the game. That gives you some idea about how this game could play out. You can own a bunch of stocks, but if you're constantly selling them and dropping the stock price down, okay, maybe that's a defensive strategy. But my strategy was to just hoard as much money as I could in ready available cash that wasn't subject to stock price fluctuations. That I could just buy any property I wanted without having to sell stock. I never bought that much stock, but I could probably afford to buy more. Again, depending on how I want to play the game. I've proven myself on the practice board. Yay. So we'll stitch these videos together. I probably messed this up earlier by making the first video too long, but that's okay. Use your inside knowledge by investing capital into districts in which you own stock. You can make a profit from the stock price rise that follows. It's not much of a profit. It's a fundamental way to make stocks work for you. It's a shameless technique known as insider trading. Oh, video games. So I guess that's one lesson for the kids playing these Nintendo Wii games. Learn about insider trading, y'all. Then you can run for Congress. Nintendo WFC. Why play against other magnets in different parts of the world? Yeah, well, I doubt the servers are up. You can also swap Mii characters. No, not interested. So if anyone wants to play Fortune Street with me, well, too bad I don't play online. That's okay. We can talk if you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy who says like, subscribe, and leave a comment because my videos aren't monetized. Who cares? I mean, the only people who comment on my videos are the people who stumble onto my Wonder Woman videos. So we'll go back out and we'll play some of this later. Though we'll be playing a lot more Fortune Street. It's mad fun. Easily one of my favorite Wii games.